Welcome to Am I the Asshole? Let's begin. Aida for telling my wife that we're both pregnant? I know this sounds bad, but hear me out. I am using a throwaway cause my wife uses Reddit, so please don't upvote this. I just want honest feedback. My wife 29F and I 27 meters do well financially, so we decided to have our fourth child. Every single pregnancy we've been through my wife has been a complete nightmare. Some things I can deal with, like waking up to the sound of her puking her guts out every morning, but when she starts demanding I go to the store every day to get her snacks or set up her foot bath thingy because her feet are swollen, I get a little impatient. I work way longer hours than her in a much more physically demanding profession. I'm a plumber, she's an engineer, so I think we're putting an equal amount of effort into this baby. And it's not like I don't help around the house, either. She does all the cooking and dishes, but I do laundry, take out garbage, and mow the lawn. We pay someone to do the floors and bathrooms weekly. My mill comes over to help with the kids because she says I'm useless. I've been meaning to make a just normal post about her, and while I appreciate the help, I'm sick of her crap. Just because I want 1 hour of video games to myself a day instead of cleaning up messes in the kitchen doesn't mean I'm useless. This all came to head yesterday when my wife screamed at me from the kitchen to get off my ass and entertain our twins so she could focus on her meatloaf. I made a dumb joke about how this is the third meatloaf we'll be eating this week, and she lost her shit. She told me how I have no sympathy for the fact that she's pregnant, I should be taking on more of her chores since I can't breastfeed, but then I reminded her that I still work a lot more hours than her, so I think we're basically both pregnant. She got really quiet, and has only spoken to me regarding the kids since. I don't think I'm wrong, but I'll apologize to her if it makes her happy. Aida here? Edit, my wife does get breaks, guys. I set up the annoying foot bath thing every night while she does dishes and then she relaxes with it while watching YouTube every night while I put the kids to bed. She also won't eat my cooking because she grew up in Southeast Asia and doesn't like American food. It's not my fault she's picky. Edit 2, it's a Korean barbecue meatloaf she makes since some people pointed out meatloaf is typically American. Anyway, my wife found this post and now she wants us to do couples counseling. Thanks for the feedback, guys. Aida for getting upset that my wife would sleep with my brother when I asked. I have a non-identical twin brother named Justin. I'm under no illusion that he's the better looking between us. He's a great guy if not a bit philandering. Since we were bored yesterday, we video called my friend Daniel and his wife and we just caught up with each other over a couple glasses of wine. We eventually got to playing this game where someone asks a question and we all answer. I asked everyone who their cheat pass, someone you would cheat with if allowed, is, and everyone gave celebrities crushes as expected, except my loving wife. She first asked about specifics. Whether it was just a one-time thing, the whole night, or a fling. We all agreed on whole night and then she blurted, then Justin. OMG, we'd fuck all night long. We all broke into laughter because we thought she was talking about Justin Bieber. Daniel then made a comment about Timberlake being better than Bieber and my wife clarified that she actually meant my brother. Like WTF? Obviously things got awkward so they ended the call and we got into a fight over it. She said I shouldn't be angry because I was the one who asked her and now I'm judging her truthful answer. I spent the night in the guest room and even this morning she was completely unapologetic and said I should be the one apologizing for being an ass last night and judging her truth. Aida for stealing my car back, stranding my sister and making her think it was actually stolen. I am 20 and I bought a car myself, I insure it myself, I pay for all my own gas and maintenance and everything. I'm temporarily living at home and my parents wanted me to give them the spare car keys so they could move the car if it was in the way ever. I said okay. It turns out when I have been out, or not paying attention, they've been lending my car to my sister who is 17 and has a minor's driving license. I told them that wasn't okay to have done without asking me, plus I told my sister to stop taking my car out. I don't like her driving it because I don't have my car insured for a minor driving it, and what if she crashes? Plus, even though I'm hardly going out, I don't like seeing my car missing with no warning randomly. Anyway, my sister has used my car several times since then. I think my parents let it slide, they know she's doing it even though I don't like it. I asked for my keys back and they said it would be too inconvenient to not have them because we have to double park in our driveway and sometimes cars need to be moved. So I made a plan. I put an old cell phone in the glove box, on a charger. And I installed a track my child sort of app on the phone so I could see where it was going. So, when I saw my car gone one day, I called my friend who picked me up and we went to where the car was. It was parked in the downtown area of the city on the street. I took it back with my keys and we drove it to my friend's house to hide it. Then my friend dropped me off back at home. My parents got a call later that day from my sister panicking saying she was stranded in the city, she'd lost the car. They drove out to get her, and they all came home. I started asking questions like, "What were you doing with the car? Did you lock it? Are you sure? Did you misremember where you parked? You're sure it's stolen?" And my sister was freaking out, like saying she was sure she locked it and she was sure of where she parked it and it was stolen. I was like, "Well, maybe you know how I feel having my car stolen with no warning all the time. It sucks, right? You go expecting the car to be somewhere and it's gone?" She was like, "But that's different, it was just me driving, you know the family has keys," and I was like, "You know I have keys, right? I'm sure it will turn up somewhere." My sister and parents realized I had the car by then, and my sister was furious for stranding her in the city at night, for making her think for a long time that the car had been carjacked, etc. My parents are also pissed that I didn't think of her safety when I left her without a way home. Edit to explain about the safety thing. I took the car back in the early afternoon, I didn't expect her to be out till nighttime. It wasn't a sketchy area, the area was a rich-ass neighborhood that's always crawling with cops. There were also gas stations and convenience stores open all night that she could have gone into to wait. I'm a young woman myself, I went to college near that area, and I never had any trouble being out there late and alone. Being stuck there would be inconvenient but not really sketchy. Aida for stealing my car back? That was Am I the Asshole Now? Let the outro play.